In April 2023, WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus called for greater global cooperation to stop future pandemics during a press conference to mark the 75th anniversary of the global health body. Dr. Tedros' renewed call for the creation of a global pandemic treaty. In 2021, the World Body outlined plans to create pandemic accords that would create a blueprint for tackling future pandemics. However, reports suggest that the countries have been involved in significant wrangling over the terms of the treaty, which is still at least a year away from being finalized. Added to that, he said that all hypotheses on the origins of the COVID-19 pandemic remained on the table, including the theory that the disease was caused by a leak from a laboratory in Wuhan, China. In response to a question about the virus origins, he said that, quote-unquote, "Without full access to the information that China has, you cannot say this or that. All hypotheses are on the table." That's WHO's position, and that's why we have been asking China to be cooperative on this. If they would do that, then we will know what happened or how it started. In May this year, he urged countries to carry out reforms needed to prepare for the next pandemic, hailing their historic decision to accept a major budget hike at the UN agency's annual assembly. As per Reuters report, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said it was time to advance negotiations on preventing the next pandemic. The WHO's 194 member states are now drafting a pandemic treaty, which is up for adoption at next year's assembly. Tedros said that, quote-unquote, "A commitment from this generation to a pandemic accord is important because it is this generation that experienced how awful a small virus could be." WHO seems like seeking greater power with the pandemic treaty. If this global health body will administer the treaty, it will determine again the quarantine, isolation procedures, lockdown methods, and duration. WHO is not run by democratically elected people. Decision makers are not responsible to the people of each country. If the pandemic treaty will be administered by this global health body, it can threaten national sovereignty because this treaty is legally binding that says countries around the world should respond to pandemic in the same way. I am Lovely Montoya of Manila STV.